What are Vladimir Putin's travel methods and expenses? Imagine a life where you command an armada of vehicles that are mobile fortresses on wheels. Picture yourself being at the center of a meticulously planned transportation strategy that could rival a military operation. The sheer thrill and power that accompanies such an arrangement. This isn't the plot of the latest blockbuster movie. This, ladies and gentlemen, is a day in the life of Vladimir Putin, the president of Russia. His travel methods are a testament to the heights of safety, comfort, and authority. From the heart-stoppingly expensive cars to the spectacularly armored motorcade, each element of his commute boldly asserts his position. But just how opulent are these modes of travel? And more importantly, at what cost do they come? Without further ado, let's find out. Security detail. Going to work, the Russian president is usually escorted by at least a dozen other vehicles and a police escort. Putin has a very spectacular motorcade. There are at least 20 cars in the motorcade, including 2 teams of Russian special troops in each of the 6 armored SUVs that are part of the convoy. They are equipped with sniper rifles, AK-47s, anti-tank grenade launchers, portable air defense systems, and maybe 1 or 2 intercontinental ballistic missiles if they come under assault. The first team's mission is to neutralize the danger, and the second team's goal is to report back to the president while keeping him out of harm's way. The limousine that the president rides in is always at the heart of the convoy. The vehicle is a true work of art, both in terms of its level of comfort and its level of safety. But that's not the only vehicle he owns and travels with. Taking center stage is the star of his collection, the Mercedes S600. This is not just a car, but a symbol of Putin's unwavering commitment to preserving his authority. Decked out with defensive and offensive features, this 4-wheeled wonder captures a perfect blend of luxury and safety. It is built to withstand any assault, be it bullets, explosives, or even chemical gas attacks. Inside, it's a picture of opulence with leather upholstery, polished finishes, and amenities like a private minibar. It's a state-of-the-art mobile command center equipped with the latest communication technology and an advanced CCTV system. Let's not forget that these high-tech modifications come with a hefty price tag. Customization of this magnitude isn't about skimming through a catalog and picking what looks nice. It's about enlisting the best engineering minds and sparing no expense to ensure absolute protection. And for those hair-raising moments, a secret emergency exit is tucked away in the trunk. It's a James Bond limousine that spells out power and authority. But the allure of Putin's automotive affections doesn't stop here. While his love for high-end vehicles is well known, what's intriguing is his preference for machines with a taste of history and heritage. His garage hosts an array of fascinating vehicles, many of which have been crafted in the West, a fact he keeps hushed from public view. There's the Ukrainian-built Tsar, rumored to be Putin's first car, and bought for a modest sum of $10,000. But even at that price, maintaining a vintage car, especially one with such cultural significance, would imply substantial ongoing expenses. From procuring rare spare parts to hiring specialist mechanics, every aspect of upkeep dips further into the treasury. Then there's the GAZ Volga, a symbol of the Soviet Union's upper elite. You might recall this model making headlines when Putin personally chauffeured the outgoing American President George W. Bush in 2006. But the jewel in Putin's collection, the one that truly tugs at his heartstrings, is the rugged and reliable Latiniva 4x4. Shelling out over $15,000 for this resilient off-roader, Putin uses it primarily on his private estates, occasionally visiting the mighty bears high up in the mountains. Each vehicle in this collection doesn't come cheap. The financial logistics involved in maintaining such a fleet are staggering. Keep in mind, we're talking about numbers that could make the GDP of a small country blush. But before traveling, there are always preparations. Travel preparations. When traveling within Russia, the task of the FSB, and especially Putin's personal guards, becomes much more interesting. Typically, the team chooses the precise route and method of transportation that will make for the safest travel days in advance. However, this task becomes a bit more complicated when taking security measures. When the police and local FSO operators begin making preparations, the police immediately become considerably more alert, and any protest ideas are suddenly put to rest. Moreover, the FSO places operators in neighborhood locals and joints to collect information if any harmful acts are currently in motion. When Putin is scheduled to arrive, the level of security is absolutely extreme, and hundreds of snipers are stationed on rooftops, ready to end any attempt made on the president's life. Moreover, operators dressed in plain clothes are spread throughout the city, particularly in the crowds that will always gather to greet Putin when he arrives. Putin's train. One of his secure traveling ways is using his private train. This is just like his brother, Kim Jong-un, the leader of North Korea. He changed his typical mode of transportation because of some security concerns. And now, Putin has decided to travel on a highly protected train that looks like a standard passenger train on the outside. The stronger axles and more powerful locomotive make this train one of the safest and most luxurious modes of transportation available to him. Even private jets just do not compare to the comfort and convenience offered by this train. In addition to being bulletproof, a radio jammer is installed on the train. It is designed to interfere with signals used to activate bombs and communications within a specific boundary. It also has a special communications car, a car for Putin's entourage, and a presidential car with a bedroom and a study for meetings. The train timetable has been meticulously crafted to ensure maximum speed and minimize unpleasant stops. The train is expected to cost approximately 1 billion rubles, equivalent to $12.7 million. And when you're at war, you will surely need to move quickly, and that's where his chopper comes in. Putin's chopper. This is Russia's equivalent to Marine One. It is an upgraded version of the famous Russian rotary wing workhorse, the Mi-8 HIP, produced by the Mil helicopter plant. It has been designed for use by very important people and can be identified by its square windows as opposed to the more common round windows, and is typically outfitted with external fuel tanks, additional auxiliary power units, antennas, and infrared countermeasures. The Mi-8 has roomy club chairs, high-quality hardwood accents, additional sofa seating, a toilet, and in-flight entertainment and communication devices. Moreover, the rear clamshell doors, a notable feature of the chopper, have been preserved. These doors allow cargo or luggage to be put into the rear compartment without disturbing passengers. However, the Mi-8 is only used when he is traveling locally. Traveling abroad is a trick in itself. Traveling abroad is not something that Putin does a lot of these days. However, before the war with Ukraine, the Russian president was welcomed worldwide, and the FSB had a lot of jobs preparing the venue and collaborating with the local police force and secret services as a special team travels 2 weeks in advance to prepare the city for President Putin's arrival. This includes choosing routes, backup routes, escape routes, and picking out a 5-star hotel for the president and his staff to stay at. Usually, the most opulent hotel will be booked entirely when Putin is in town. After all, he does shell out a considerable sum for luxury and services. The special crew conducts checks, ensures the hotel is secure, then seals it until Putin arrives. Except for the cooks, the servants typically switch places depending on their location. They are even individuals who hold high trust and were handpicked by Vladimir Putin himself. You can probably assume that a few night stays with such modifications would cost the Russian leader millions of dollars, but the peace of mind that comes from knowing that an agent won't poison your meals is worth more than any amount of money. There is also a specialized team of food testers. And there you have it, the staggering spectacle of President Vladimir Putin's travel methods and the jaw-dropping cost accompanying it. It's a display of power and luxury that most of us could only dream of. But as we draw to the end of this roller coaster ride, let's leave you with a thought-provoking question. With all the wealth, power, and security, would you trade places with Putin if you had the chance? Comment down below. That's it. Leave a like and subscribe. Don't forget to turn on the notification bell. Goodbye.